Now we have victory. We proceed along the front line. Everything is precise, clear, and succinct. The Ministry of Defense confirmed the capture of the Pobeda village. It was the most important stronghold in the special security units along the Marenka-Pobeda-Zverenets line. All three are now under the control of Russian troops. A few days ago, I told you that Russian troops had briefly taken Pobeda. Look, Marenko had been fortified by Ukrainian troops, but now here on the screen, you can see all three fortifications are now under Russian control. The geospatial information comes from this point here. Here's the video on your television screens. Russian rocket artillery is demolishing positions in the special security units near Novomikhailivka. They're laying these charges very compactly, likely creating favorable conditions for further offensive along the Novomikhailivka, Poroskovievka, Kostyantinivka line. Notice these three settlements are now on your screens. It's likely that Russian troops are attempting to break through. Next, Krasnohorivka. We are going along the front line here. I told you here just yesterday that Russian troops have broken through and have already entered this settlement. Today, Ukrainian sources confirmed the advance of the Russian army, which I told you about. The Russian army advanced along Partizanskaya Komuna Street and some elements all the way to Vatutin. Look, the street of the partisan commune is located, in fact, here it is, the street of the partisan commune. You can read it, and Vatutin Street is already here. That is, some elements of the Russian army are already here. Well, let's wait for more materials to arrive. Some geomaterials, by the way. In this color, this is what Ukrainian sources confirm, but they are usually late when the Russian army goes forward. With a slight delay of a day or two, but still they confirm that in the Krasnohorivka area, the Russian offensive has begun. Now in Avdiivka, let's move here. Here, in fact, changes in the front line continue. The Russian Defense Ministry declares that they've been liberated from the enemy over the past week. Lastochkin's northern victory. I've told you about all three of these settlements before. Look, the northern one is here. I've shown you victory. It's a bit south, and Lastochkin is right here. The same about Petrovskoye or Stepov. They confirm this settlement has been taken by the Russian army. The armed forces of Ukraine's defense line is now along this edge, where Orlovka is slender. Look, if you zoom out, the Ukrainian army's defense line has formed. Now we can definitely show you this new defense line. About here, this is how it runs. We have Badichi, Orlovka, and Thin. This is where the Ukrainian army apparently decided to halt the advance of the Russian army because intense fighting started here. Now let's talk about geomaterials. From this point at Thin, we've got geomaterials. Here, Russian tanks are methodically shooting at positions and equipment in USA in Thin close, according to the same circumstances.